What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? Also Twitch. Everybody wave hi to YouTube. We're gonna be spinning the wheel today, figuring out what UFO 50 game we're going to play, and then pick something to 3D model from that game. I'm excited. Let's give the wheel a spin quickly now. Y'all hear that? Yeah, you do. What are we looking at? Oh. Who said party house earlier? Was that Bearded Joe? It's party house, baby. Holy cow. All right. We're going to be playing some party house, and we're going to be 3D modeling something from party house. I have some ideas of what we could 3D model here, just off the top of my head. But first, I need y'all to get your rat jams ready. Rat jam. Model the dog. You rigged it. There's so many different things we could pick. That's the thing. So we're gonna have to be pretty choosy. Whoops, hold on. There we go. Beep boo doo dee doo doo doo. Okay. Party house, for those of you that are unawares, it's like a deck builder, kind of like party management game where you get these scenarios and you have to try to meet those scenarios by getting special guests into your party. It's been a minute since I booted this up, like this game in particular. There's so many different little characters we can pick to model. The dragon is also Pog. There's a lot. We got 2 different dogs to choose from. We got a monkey, we got a raptor, a cupid, a unicorn. We're gonna do a random scenario, and we're gonna see what we get out of this random scenario. We don't know what we get in our like potential pick. Yeah, we can only see what we have in our contacts. We can model the little cat on the roof if we wanted. Bring the people in. 2 troublemakers. Come on. Oh, we needed the cash. That was also pretty good for popularity. Okay, so this scenario, we have auctioneer. That is like an easy pick. We also have the spy. The spy is really good for cash flow and to like, kind of like, what is it called? Scry people in the party. Also, magician is incredible. What does dragon do? He's -3 cash. Okay. So I think we're gonna want to like hard focus getting auctioneers early. And then I think also magician late game when we have some dragons. We need 4 dragons. I don't really like mermaid. I think mermaid, any character that brings a guest is extremely bloated. Wrestler too. Oh yeah, to kick people out. Wrestler could be good. I also like climber. Oh yeah, and for gameplay, like, I mean, I'm talking gameplay. Yeah, gameplay, a lot of these are really good. This is a good pack. I also like Grill Master, all guests leave. Like, that's a good one. But you're right. There's a lot of good things to just pick and model here. Well, right off the rip, I kind of think we just hold, like we just keep our popularity, keep our cash, because we're gonna focus. We're gonna hard focus. Yeah, the dragon would be interesting. But I feel like the problem with the dragon is that it's a little too like generic. It's like this, it's just a dragon. You know what I mean? It's not like it's party house dragon. It doesn't scream party house to me specifically. I'm trying to think of like what else we could do party house specifically. I think the troublemakers are iconic in their own way. The raptor would be fun to do too. I like its colors. I'm gonna get a PI. Money. Good job. Good job. Big money round. Alien is cool too. All right. Big house already, which is bad because of that. We could also model the cops. The PD. Get him out of here, dude. I'm just now realizing that the Rolodex is one of those like things with like cards that flip around on them. For some reason, every time I looked at it, I thought it was like the A Sprite logo with legs. All right, just in the party. We got to get some popularity. That's what a Rolodex is. Yeah, I know. I just like never like internalized what a Rolodex actually was, because I never had a Rolodex. We need cash, but I want to get climbers ASAP. I think like our game is basically private eyes, climbers, auctioneers, and then magician late game after dragons. Oh. You! Boot him. Ah! Just end it, just end it, just end it. Bring in another... Oh, jeez. Just bring in another one of you. Are you kidding me? We top decked 3 in a row? That's BS. Okay, so just remember we can only... If we filter one of them out with a private eye... We got so much cash on the table, we can't let it go. All right, the house is getting pretty large. This is good. I'm scared. I think now we can maybe start getting climbers when we have enough popularity to do so. Because we need them to start leveling up. Stop top decking the troublemakers, man. I'm scared. No! I think we might be boned. I feel like if you get the cops more than 3 times, you're in trouble. Thank you. Give me something better. I don't know if there is anything better. That's more popularity at least. All right, we have like plenty of cash. We need to start hard focusing the climbers. Perfect. Dude, you can't tell me that it's even. You cannot tell me that it's an even draw. The amount of times I top deck these damn troublemakers is actually insane. In the party. Just end it. We need stuff. It's actually absurd. We got 10 rounds after this to make something happen. Give me a PI. You know what? End it here. We have 2 of our popularities, or 2 of our climbers. If we get the climbers to level up, we're good to end the round, I think. Get him out. Boot him. I was top decking again, dude. 1 more climber. Okay, I'm okay with this. It's actually absurd. All right, we can no longer get climbers. So I think now we're kind of just like, we need ways to get rid of the troublemakers more like effectively. Just end it. But now we're kind of in like the saving stage, I would say. We could get a counselor.
Wow.
I'm just gonna get more PIs because it is popularity, or it is cash. What's the strat? Is it better to use your PIs when you are closer to catastrophe like this? That's all climbers, right? No, that's only 3 out of 4. Ah, just end it. This is incredible. That's a really good yield. Okay. I do think we get some wrestlers. A couple of them to boot out Troublemakers would really go a long way. We only have 7 rounds to buy 4 dragons. I don't know if it's possible at this rate. Just get him out instant.
Yay!
Okay. That's 1 dragon. Yo, we got the extra big party song. Get him in here. Get him out of here. Dude. Honestly, get him out of here. In the party. I'm scared. We almost got another dragon. We can get 2 dragons in 1 round financially. Are you fucking shitting me? Dude. Dude! There's only 4 Troublemakers in the whole deck. How are you doing it? Now if we kick one out though next round, we're home free. We can't get in trouble. I think we're boned. Are you shitting me? End the round. Akumi on base, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Welcome in. We're not doing it. We're screwed. We actually can't. We need how many more dragons? 2 more? We'd have to get really lucky on these next couple. Thank you. All right, we cannot get in trouble on this one, so just bring people in. Okay. We're 1 away from getting the 2 we need. Are you crazy, man? I think we're gonna have to get super lucky. Good. Get out. Get suplexed. Okay, we cannot get in trouble anymore, so just bring them in. We need 1 more dragon. We got 3 out of 4 there without having the 4th one in our Rolodex. Doing pretty good. Thinking about starting a little game project with friends. You're gonna create a little party game with rats? Ooh, that sounds fun. Is it going to be a video game? And then I think we just go crazy. So we have all 4 dragons and then a bunch of magicians. This is the last party we can throw. Please don't top deck. This is fine. Okay, so we have 3 out of 4 right now. We have all 4. Swap out the private eye that hasn't done anything yet. And swap out the other private eye that hasn't done anything yet. And then just end the party. We clutched it, dude. We clutched it. Hell yes. Okay. That's Party House. Video game made in Unity. Think something in the scope of like a game jam, but more polished. So like kind of a UFO 50 game. Okay, cool. Well, that would be interesting. Let it keep us updated on whatever progress we make towards it. Do you know what part of like where do you sit in terms of like what's your responsibilities? Maybe we do the little, I like the idea of doing the raptor, like the little dinosaur. He's cute. He's also very scary. Whoa. That was clutch. All right, so you know the next step. We're gonna jam out to this music right here for a second while I go fetch the sprite sheet for UFO 50, particularly Party House. The Spriters resource. Just so I can have it on hand. I actually just really like having the sprite so that I can rip the colors right off of it instead of having to look at the color palette. I know it's super lazy of me because the color palette's very easily accessible. Whoop! Mox is calling. Everybody say hello. Hello. What's going on?
How's Party House?
It was good. We just won with 1 day left in the party. We got.
What game are you doing?
I think we're gonna do the dinosaur / raptor troublemaker that can come into a party.
Very cool.
Yo, Mikal Humblebutter, thanks for the raid. Sorry, Mox, give me 1 second. What's going on, Raiders? How you doing? Mikal, what were you up to? I saw you were playing some Spelunky earlier. Did you beat God of War? Is that what was going on? Sinalas, what's going on? How are you? DJ Knuckles, Oops All Bobber, Jellyfish Vibes. Thank you for the shout out to Mikal Humblebutter. What's going on, babe?
We called, or like my spouse called. Am I right?
Yeah.
What do you want for dinner?
Are we gonna not eat stew for the 3rd day in a row?
We can eat stew for the 3rd day in a row. That's fine. Is there enough stew for both of us?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Will you double check?
Yes, I can.
Or you know what? There's like noodles and stuff. Oh, actually, you know what I really want?
What?
Stuffed shells.
That would be good too.
Okay, I'm gonna get stuffed shells.
Okay.
Okay. I will be home soon. I love you.
I love you too. Be safe.
Okay, bye, baby.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. I have the sprites. Stew. Wait, is it Shanalas? Shanalas? Playing some God of War, not finished. Not finished yet though? Oh. Raided while I'm on a phone call. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Well, thank you, Mikal, for the raid. I hope your stream went really good. I was busy at the tail end of the workday, so I couldn't hang out and chat over at your stream. I was bummed out. We had a very awkward meeting with like one of our third-party vendors that someone in my company thought was doing things improperly when they weren't really doing them that improperly. It was just a little bit of a misunderstanding. So I had to be there and be like, I actually don't know how big of a problem this is, y'all. Either way, there were some like revelations that will help us get the product more stable. All right, hold on. Party House assets. I have to export out this T-Rex or this raptor to be like big enough to actually look at. Because by default, he's tiny. It is a 32 by 32 sprite. Stew pickles. Export a PNG at 1,000 times the size. And then we're gonna put it in a place where I can easily access it. Documents. The 3rd folder in the Low-Polify series, Party House. And then we're gonna have our reference photo. Zoop. Export. Boom. Agree. Okay, I think I can close that. Now I'm gonna change the category over to art. Mikal, are you playing the first God of War? Is that what I saw? Like the older one, not like the remake that just happened. Dinosaur is what his name is. Okay. Yep, it's the first one. Does it hold up? Why did my control disappear? Hello? I can't close the game. It thinks I'm keyboard right now. Did my controller get unplugged? Oh well. Gotta bounce though. Shaunalas, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming over in the raid. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Let's pivot over. Time to do some Blender. Folks, we're going to be modeling the dinosaur from Party House. Category is now art. We all know art is hard. What is that? That's a cursive song, isn't it? All right. Blender is open, but zoop. Give me a toggle window full screen. Yo, that's just the Blender capture. Eager to start working immediately. Let's go ahead and get our project set up a little bit here. I want to get that reference image added. Again, mostly just for color palette purposes, but also it's nice to just have like a depiction of the dinosaur. Where is this folder I just made? Okay, there's our dino. Zoop, whoop. Move you over. I'm just gonna put this like right here off to the side. Give it a little bit more space. Yo, DJ Dr. C, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I will also just move it on the Y. Just out to the side and back a little bit so that we have orthographic view is very easy to see, but in 3D space, it's not in the way. So this is just a little dinosaur. There's nothing quite special or like, you know, difficult about him. He's just a little red dino. Let's go ahead and figure out where we're gonna get started. I think it would be easiest to start with the feet and then move our way up. We don't have a 3D, like we don't have a profile shape of this, so we're gonna have to kind of approximate it, but I know kind of what a dinosaur looks like. We can work with that. I'm not gonna delete the default cube. That's how confident I am. I will add a mirror modifier though at the start. And then just, let's move this. Whoa, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. Move me up. Move me over. And let's make these feet, man. When was the dino done? What you mean? We're 3D modeling the dinosaur from Party House's UFO 50, or UFO 50's Party House. This is a Troublemaker character. I did not make the sprites. I don't want that to be misconstrued. Scale this on the Z. Scale me on the X. Move me down. Yeah, no. This is a sprite from UFO 50. We're converting sprites in UFO 50 to 3D. It's a fun, like, creative exercise. So he has, like, 3 toes. I actually think... make it a little bit wider to start. And we're going to just get some loop cuts here. I think... like 6 would be absurd. I think we'll just do 3 and we'll work with this. Because now we have like wedges for toes. I actually think we can do 2. And then if we need to, we can make like... this will be fine. This song is so loud. Was that just me or was that song crazy loud? I guess it's not that loud for y'all, but in my headphones, it was blowing me up. Okay. We need to make some more loop cuts just to give us more geometry. More stuff to work with, I think. Let's just get like the generalized shape of the foot from a top-down perspective figured out. I think the easiest way to do that is to start by like scaling this in, bring these in as well. Kind of like round out like a heel shape. We can worry about it from that perspective in a moment. But then for these, the front parts, I think we want, I'm wrestling with like how much do we do in the actual geometry versus just like the coloring and stuff like that, because you can get away with a lot of detail via the texturing. So I think I'm gonna worry about like broad shape first, and then if we have to do like small extrusions for the claws, we can get away with that. I do think to start with, we can bring like this down a little bit and then bring like these faces up just to create more of like an arched foot shape. Like overall, the whole foot feels a little too big as well. So let me just scale me down, bring me back in. And then of course we need to like leave room for the leg to go up. And I think what I would like to do for that is I would like to scale it so that these are flat. And then I would like to rotate like this, because a dinosaur has that like, they have those like, what do they call them? The reverse joints on their legs where they go up and then out. I don't remember what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like a bird's legs. Here's what I think. We need to bring like all of this down. And then I also think we want to take like this whole loop and bring it like forward like this. That way we can just take these and extrude them out to begin creating the leg. It's kind of my intention there. I do think we need to angle them a bit more if we want to do that. I think we can get away with it by just moving these edges down though. And then we can bring these forward a bit so that it has a little bit more of like a kind of like a dynamic hook shape. If it's a raptor, don't they have those like claws on the back of their feet? They didn't accentuate those. We're just assuming this is a raptor. This could be a T-Rex. I just think it's because when you see a T-Rex or a dinosaur that's like human sized, we think like raptors because of Jurassic Park. Party house music, by the way. How apropos. What else could we do to make this more interesting looking? I think we need to bring these faces on the exterior in. Whoops. So like scale this on the X. Squish them in maybe. Yo, overly edited, what is up? How are you this evening? Hope you're doing well. Bring this in. Well, I actually don't like what I just did. I think I know what I'm trying to accomplish with that, but I'm not doing it the way I want. What is this from? Star Waspier Wave 3. Something I've only heard like once. Doing pretty well? Nice. Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. I think honestly, just scale these edges on the X. Barely. It kind of just gives it like a more interesting shape. It's going to be flattened out a lot with the coloring that we do, but either way. I also think maybe we scale these so that they are more square-like. That way the legs aren't a weird shape. Wish you could get to wave 3. Nicole Cannoli, what's going on? It's tough. I feel like I've only done it a handful of times. And it's one of the hardest games for sure, in my opinion. All right, hold on, just top view this. I think our best bet here again is probably just taking like, oh my god, my camera, I'm wrestling with it. Take that and this, scale them in on the X. Nothing crazy. And then like take that and this. Actually, hold on, do one side at a time here. Ugh. Really square this off. We'll fix it in terms of its overall shape in a moment because it does look a little freaky right now. But I'm just trying to create like a good box. What this is gonna allow for is the leg to be a bit more square when we put it out. Now I don't like these interior faces being this like trapezoid shape, but we'll figure that out in a minute. I'm not too worried. So now we can take these. We can scale those out like this. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I think this edge is like too high though. Whoops. I think we could actually bring it out and back, and then also just bring this forward. Okay. We've spent a lot of time on just this foot, but not a big deal. I kind of like doing this too with feet. I like to create like an arch. Even if it's like really subtle like that, it just looks more interesting. If you even see it, it feels like you're never ever going to be down here, but either way. I also think we can bring this forward. Okay, let's stop stalling and start addressing the more complex portion of this thing, which is the leg into the body. Now, I don't know, like I do like keeping the legs together as far as meshes are concerned, which is maybe like a bad habit. This is the part where I go, oh crap, I have no idea what a dinosaur's leg looks like. It takes like a pretty rapid rotation. It's almost like we go up a little bit and then we need to create like another edge loop and then extrude faces off of that. So hold on, before I do that, let's plot this out a bit. Bring this up to about yay. We can make it smaller after the fact, but now that we have that, let's create like a loop cut there. And then the expectation I think for me is to just take like these faces and extrude out from there. And then we'll like create bigger sizes for these. Shasquatch, what's going on? How are you? So now we're like looking at where like the center of mass might end up being for the leg on these, and we can like pivot these around and change that as we see fit. I'm gonna actually bevel these though because I don't like how squared off it was. So now we have like a little bit more of a rounded edge. Don't want to go too crazy with it, but also I think with the legs in general, we want to scale a lot of what's going on in this area down, kind of like cinch it up, you know? I also think we want these for this. So give me those, and then also give me like these. We also need these. Here, hold on, undo that. I think it might be easiest to just select the faces through this. Also, we're still on the bevel tool. Okay, we have that. Scale this in. Okay, bringing that in a little bit makes it a little bit more like it's an ankle, you know? Might not be sunken in enough, but it looks fine to me. I think what we do is it looks pretty wimpy right now, but we're gonna like expand on these so they look more really thighed up. You had to take your dog to the vet today, so he's still super drugged up. Oh geez, well I hope your dog's doing well. I hope that whatever you were doing at the vet ended up being successful. Scale this out now. Give him some like chungy thighs. And then we'll scale these up. What is that doing back here? Oh, okay, that's what I was afraid of. Sexiest part of the leg is the back of the knee. You think so? I feel like I'm partial to the kneecaps and then the thighs. Okay, let's see. Zoop. Why is my Alt Z not working? Hello, wireframe mode. Oh, it was. It's just hard to tell. That knee sweat? The back of the knee sweat? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, bring this like out. Holy. All right, you are quite the specimen. I think what we need to do is we need to bring this back even further. And then I think we can take these and rotate them like yes. Bring this one back. And now we need to like decide how this connects to the body. In my mind, like this is where like the anatomy of this gets a little fricked because I'm by no means like an animal expert or anything like that. But I feel like we take this edge and it's gonna like distort our faces in a weird way. But hold on, let's just see. I feel like we move this edge up. And then this is kind of like cradling a body, like a torso. Weird. We bring this one down, maybe. I think this is maybe the most challenging thing that we've agreed to do for the challenge so far. And then I kind of feel like you take these, you take these faces and you just rotate the whole sucker like, yeah. You know the first thing that was ever 3D modeled was a dinosaur? Yo, Pandiaxo, what's going on? How you doing? Is that true? I actually don't know. I know that one of the first things that was ever 3D modeled for film was a dinosaur. Pandiaxo, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're doing great on this fine Tuesday. Okay. Okay. Is this even close? I think we just let this be what it is, and then we start worrying about the body. First thing ever photographed was a dinosaur? Whoa. Now that's a fun fact. Legs. All right, give me a cube. We cannot dwell on this too much. Subdivide this puppy, make it a circle. Move it up. Actually, don't do it in object mode. My bad. Move it up. Zoop. Scale it up. Zoop. Now Well, that's pretty chunky. The Utah teapot? The Utah teapot, or the Newell teapot, is one of the standard reference test models in 3D modeling and an in-joke within the computer graphics community. It is a mathematical model of an ordinary Melita brand teapot designed by Lesliot Kartner that appears solid with a nearly rotationally symmetrical body. Using a teapot model is considered the 3D equivalent of a Hello World program. Oh. A way to create an easy 3D scene with a somewhat complex model acting as a basic geometry for a scene with a light setup. Oh, so the teapot is the originator. What are we doing? Oh, we're making the body. Scale it up. All right, now squish it. Whoops. Squish it. Getting a starting point for the body, I think, is more accurate. Cradle it in the legs. I feel like maybe the legs are too wide at their base now. Have I seen the video of the early Miku? A video of Miko singing with the first computer simulated voice? No, I have not. That sounds fascinating, though. Here, go back to the legs. I think we need to scale this. Bring them in like yay. Maybe even rotate them a little. Zoop. And then even perhaps move them like up. We'll worry a little bit more about like the finer details in a bit. I'm just like trying to piece things together a bit more. All right, back to the orb that is the body. We got like a weird mech going on right now. Globular mech. I think I want to... This is gonna be weird. Scale you on just the Y. It's very cute. You're posted in the Discord? I would like to check it out. I don't want it to get lost in the stream. Got that pear body. Okay. I think now we need to start extruding things, or just like selecting some faces for moving. We can't just scale the whole thing this whole time. I mean, we can, but it's not gonna work out for us very well. So like grab like this, move it out. I think also we need to like rotate it slightly. I think ideally we'd have it like completely, like a lot more rotated so that it's a bit more of like a body. Might need to bring these back a little bit. Whoops. I think I want to like bring these down, kind of like round out the belly a bit more. This is going to be a very complex shape. More complex than like Magic Garden Girl. That's for sure. Also, before he gets too deep, delete these, apply a mirror. Okay, we are clipping into the legs. That's fine. It's good to know that we've hit that moment. I mean, it's going to be like eventually we're going to just push the legs into the body cavity. With the way that we color things, it shouldn't be a problem. I just want it to look like kind of natural. until we do that. This part of the leg needs to come out. This right here, this like pointy thing. Ba, 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 ba. Look at how warped this face is now, though. Again, let's worry about this in a bit. We might like fill out the body enough that it doesn't matter. Okay. Back to the body. We have kind of a shape happening here. We need to like, whoops. We need to bring these in to create like a more like arced back. And then we need to extrude some faces for a tail. We could just make the tail a separate mesh as well, but I'm scared. Flatten that out so that we can just boink straight out the tail. I also think maybe this face could have been part of that. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Sure. Extrude me. Zoop! Don't know how long it needs to be. But before we get too deep into it, I will loop cut a handful of times. Already the shape is kind of weird, but it's fine. We'll fix it. And then, of course, it's not going to remain this like weird block. We need to scale down. Oops. I forgot to prevent the scaling from the x-axis from happening. Okay. Do this whole piece. Scale it just on the Y for now. Wait, no. Scale it on the Z for now. What game is this? Soundtrack for? Was this Divers? Oh, it was Mooncat. The water part. That's why I thought it was Divers. I mean, eventually we're going to make this meet at a point. And we can also make it rotate on this. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do that. We'll make this... Give me another loop cut real quick. Maybe even two. But then take these and merge them at the center. Is this gonna do what I want it? Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. It looks weird until the mirror modifier also has those verts that we can merge. Yeah, let's hold off for now. Once we apply this mirror modifier, we can just create a point and then we'll be fine. Whoops. Okay. Tail is essentially there, I think. Minus rotations and then the pointiness that we want to add to it. We need to add little stubby arms. He's got arms. Looks like he's got 2 fingers pointing out. I imagine he has like a thumb claw. That's kind of like what you always see depicted for these. So where would we pick those little arms to be shooting out? Probably like this face. Either this or this. It looks like he's got quite a lot of like chest region in the sprite. So like this would be a decent spot. The only problem is that if we do it here, it's going to also be protruding here on the other side. So I think actually maybe this is a good place for it. Whoa. Was not expecting it to be that detrimental, but either way, let's just move this out. You know what? Hold on. Undo the rotation I just did. I think it's fine to have it extruding at an angle. I was trying to like keep it pointed forward. Doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme. Do it from the other side, yeah. This looks fine to me. Now we can like take that and move it in. We're gonna scale down the overall size of those as they extrude from the body. Keep them simple and kind of goofy looking. Also want to rotate on the Z-axis, I think. Whoops. Just to bring them forward a bit. And then we can make the hands, like the actual fingers and whatnot. I might use the knife tool for that. I don't want to create a loop cut across the entire body. Basically just like 2 down and a horizontal would achieve the job. I don't necessarily like what's going on with this here. Like, I wish this was more straight on. We could force it, like we can make it that way, but I'm kind of just like not super concerned about it at present. There's also something to be said about maybe we don't need to model every little piece of the hand. Maybe we can just draw onto the shape to achieve the effect. I do think I'll take this face though, and I'll extrude again. I'll bring it in. I'll rotate it a bit. And then I'll also like, I'll rotate it like this way too. This particular shape is pretty warped looking, but I think we'll be fine. What's the deal with leaks? Do we really not have the technology to grow them the way they aren't? The way that they aren't dirty? You mean like they're just like covered in dirt when you get them? I thought the dirt is where the flavor came from. They're dirty on the inside? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've ever like cut open a leek. They're not like super common in the food that we prepare. Wow, what's going on here? What? No, give me this. I'm starting to think that doing the arms this way was a mistake and we should have just added separate shapes. But that's okay. I think this is mostly fine. I do think this needs to come in. This can come out. I think we moved this face a bit too much in the X direction. We need to straighten that back out. This is looking better. But again, the conundrum of like what to do about the overall shape of it is going to be weird. You gotta slice them and then hose out the middle between the layers. That's interesting. It must grow in such a way that it like picks up dirt as it's growing. So now it's just time for like the head shape. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we worry about trying to extrude any more faces out of this, because we're fighting against it now more than we are benefiting from it. So I'm gonna like bring this down a good bit in the anticipation of sticking a head shape on top of this. Yeah, but like, shouldn't any underground layered plant grow like that? Why don't you have to hose out your onions? That's a great question. I don't know. Maybe Big Onion has secrets that they can't divulge, or they're unwilling to divulge. Give me a new cube. Subdivide it, apply it. Move it up. Move it over. We need to bring the shoulders and stuff in. He looks so stout. What is going on here? Well, first off, scale up the head. I did all of that in object mode. Whoops. Apply all transforms. Let's see. Go back to the body real quick. He's so stout. He's so shaped. Whoa, what the heck? Get rid of this. Okay. Bring this over. Also bring it like just in. This is fine. Oh god, this is scary looking, man. He's so stout. I mean, he's kind of stout in the photo too. Let's not get it twisted. Onion peel is better at keeping things out. Leeks don't really have a skin. Can we engineer leeks to have a skin? But then you'd have to peel the leeks. I do think... Here, don't worry about that. Let's bring back the head shape. He has no neck. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Whoops. He'll get one. He'll get a neck. Don't you worry. Fret not. I'd rather peel a leek than slice it in half and wash out the innards. Then I could mandolin that thing. What does mandolin that thing mean? This is gonna be weird because we're gonna have to like kind of like move this shape in such a way that it looks like it's blending in. Before we do anything, we're gonna have to round out the shoulders, make them less portly. I thought a mandolin was just like a tiny little instrument, like a guitar. Not a guitar, but you know what I mean. Brother, I don't know what I'm doing. Here, let's get like the basic shape of a dinosaur head figured out first. We need these faces to make a snoot. I don't know if we need to extrude or if we just need to like drag out. I think dragging out might yield better results than trying to extrude. Look at that Barney head. We got a Barney head already. I do think we want more loop cut though. Gotta give him more like angry snoot. And then of course there's the whole matter of like what's going on with this side. We need to like bring these in. See, I actually don't know if that's true for a dinosaur. Don't you like actually want to bring these in? Kind of like round out the overall head shape like this. It's basically a big razor blade you set to a height and rub food against. It's like a tiny stationary deli slicer. Oh, so you can like, I see. I do not own one of those. I think I had one as a kid, and it was like, my parents were like, never, and I didn't have one. My parents had one, and they were like, don't ever touch this. You'll only ever hurt yourself. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Generally speaking, if my parents were like to warn me of something, I was pretty much just like, yeah, you know what? I'm cool. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to play with fire. Except I did play with a lot of fire. That was like the only thing I really didn't listen about. So what if this... Hold on. How you looking back here? Children should probably not play with the mandolins. How would I attach this to this mesh if I really wanted to? It looks like we have like vertices we could connect. It'd be an exercise in tedium probably, but it would end up looking better and maybe he would be less portly looking. Like right now, like look at my man's. He's a well-fed dino. Why is he so teapot? Short and stout? His center of gravity is all fricked up. He needs to like, everything needs to be backed up. I think I am interested in trying to like cut this sucker in half. Whoops. Or like not cut it in half, but cut it in such a way where we can like attach it. Cause this to me, like this position looks more like where the head ought to be. Down here is like, what's going on, bro? Like right here looks good. We just need to connect the dots for the torso. And then maybe redo the arms entirely. I don't really like what I ended up doing with those. And then we need to find a way to make the legs look less weird, I think. We'll see. I think once we color it, this is one of those things where I'm like, I don't know about this, folks, but I think if we just trust the process, it'll end up better than my current expectation is. So I think what I want to do is I want to take off like these. I haven't done much of this before, like removing faces and then trying to join two meshes together. But this is a good a time as any to practice and learn. So now we have like all these verts. Obviously, we know we want to join this one to this one. So let's just create an edge there. Same here. Then it gets a little tricky. Like, what's going on with you? Do you want to go here, and then you here, and then you here, and then you there? Actually, we have exactly everything we need because it's the same basic shape. They just ended up in weird places, but it's fine. Now these faces are gonna look odd compared to everything else, but we can loop cut if we want to create like a more symmetrical thing. All right, so he is now stitched. We just want to go through and add faces. And overall, didn't complicate the mesh much at all, which is exciting. So now we have a big neck. That is a big neck dino. But this might give us an opportunity to shape the torso a bit more non-goofy. This could have been the boon we were looking for here. I do think if that's the case, grab this whole loop. You know what? Actually, just do what the loop cut wants you to do here. Ouch. Overhead view. Move this like yay. Ha. Like yay. I mean, that looks a lot more pear-shaped, that's for sure. This needs to maybe like get moved out. He's got like a weird divot, like a gill or something. Celeste music. This face is looking kind of wonkus. Hold on, I think it's because of this guy now. Just round our guy out. I don't know why, but he kind of looks like Peter Griffin to me. I think it's just like the general shape. Something about him. What's going on with you? Okay, this is fine, I think. Here's the problem though, the arms are atrocious now. And I don't really know how to undo what I did with the arms, so I'm just gonna kind of like I'm just gonna like get all of this. And I'm going to delete. Whoop. I should not have done that. Hold on, how do I do this? I should be able to just like, I'm just gonna select all the faces that consist of the arm and delete the arms off. And then fill in the hole that they leave behind. There you go. No more arms. Just cut them right off. And now we can just patch that. And now we have like a more, like this spot to me looks more like it's, hey, I need arms. You know what I mean? Like take this, let's move this out a little. Take this, move it out a little. We can actually kind of round out the belly a bit more. Whoop. I actually think I want these to be scaled on the Y. Same thing with this. Like, I don't know why this is so far back. Skew. I hit the Y key. I don't even know what that does. Diddly-dum. All right, so now the dude he's leaning forward a lot. He kind of looks like a bird, but that's kind of what, aren't dinosaurs just birds? Here, actually. Wheel him back a little bit. I think maybe overall he's just a little too large, but that's okay, because now we can scale him in his entirety. That ain't Falco? I do think we can maybe try to get the legs to attach to the mesh and then do something similar to like correct the oddities. And then we can do arms. This has been a tough one, but I like I like the areas it's pushing me in. It's an interesting series of problems. Like, what is going on with you? Okay. He is just a bird. All right, hold on. Cube. What is this? Oh, it's my reference. Reference. I will join you. And now I will, what's going on here? That's problem. Hold on, unjoin. Go back to this. 3 verts got removed just then. I don't know where they were, but I think it maybe fixed the weirdness that we were seeing there. Just something I like to do on occasion. All right, we're back. Let's address these legs. How would I do this? I think I should have waited to do this. Hold on. Unjoin again. Go back to the legs. Move them way out. Maybe not that far out. But give me some space here so I can view the body. If we were going to... Actually, just keep them out. If we were going to do the legs, like attach the legs to the body, where would they get attached? I'm thinking we're looking at like this vicinity. Maybe even up to there. And then let's bring them in a little bit. Now let's join. So we know that this needs to kind of like come way down. I think ideally this would want to connect to this at some point. This can come down. I actually think we can just kind of take like most of these, move them down so they're less in the way. And then let's look at this a bit more. We have a lot of verts down here that we can't really do anything with right now, but I think trying to just select all the pieces of the leg. Then I want to move them back until it kind of meets roughly on the same plane as this. Bring them in to roughly where we would want them positioned. Okay, now we start doing the impossible. Just stitching these puppies together so that they're no longer colliding with one another. Take this. Now we can either merge them at their positions, or we could draw faces to them again, or draw edges. I think we start like this. Hold on to that one for just a second. Part of the problem is that we don't have enough stuff going on here. Hold on. Need more loop cuts. Okay. Now with these in mind, this might like wildly deform what we've worked on so far. We're gonna have to do a lot of like shaping. That's okay. I think at this point, I would just like to take these two and kind of like just merge them. Delete this vertice. Delete this one. Delete. This is when it's gonna get really hard to see what we're doing. Dee-doo-doo, dee-doo-doo, dee-doo-doo. Merge that one up, and then we can technically just fill this. It's gonna be a triangle, which is fine. Just fill that shape. Fill this shape. Whoa. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, it has an extra vert that we don't see here. Okay, well, give me a second here. Select all of these. Are you still gonna be weird? It's a little warped, but it's better. Fill that in. This is the tough angle. Hold on, get up in there. Skirt. I think we need to delete some faces so we can see better. Doop. Interesting. I mean, it is mirrored. Okay. With this, I think we obviously want to connect this here. And then I think what we want ultimately is a connection here. And then maybe even connection there. I think we can delete okay. Now let's bring you like over on the X. Boo-doo. Quibble race? I actually think this and this need to merge. We're almost there, I think. Here, you know what? Before we get too deep into this, create faces where there currently are like edges just chilling. Before we get lost. Whoops. This, 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 and this. Do-de-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Escoobate-a-boo, ba-do-de-ba-doo. I think this and this need to merge. It's a little awkward right now because of this weird concave back part of the leg that we accidentally made, but we can sort that out once the faces are all filled in. And I think like you and you. I can make a face here. There's a lot of like complex shapes happening in this. That's kind of just like the nature of what ends up happening when you have look at all these like unused faces. We don't need these faces. They're just gonna take up space on our UV. I don't think that's all of them, but it's hard to see any further. It was. Okay, cool. Now we have a big hollow tail. I think this... Whoops. And then you need to just come way back. Whoa. That was weird. There was like a snapping issue. I actually wonder if it would be better if we got rid of this face. Got rid of this face. And then instead... took like this and merged. Whoops. This one first. This one. Wrong button. And now we bring this way back. What is that doing? Why is it like inverting the face? Can't really tell. I don't think it is. It just looked weird. The legs are all manner of scuffed. We're gonna have to fix them. I'm just kind of like trying to make sure nothing gets folded inside of itself. Like this insane shelf divot doesn't make any sense. Whoops. Okay. The legs have been... oh, not quite. Something just doesn't seem right with this. Like, this doesn't seem like we're doing it a way that makes sense. Get rid of these. That is an odd looking shape. I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of weird topology going on here, but at this rate, we may as well live with it. The legs don't really make sense functionally. Like, they're strapped to the body, like there's no way for them to bend or twist or anything like that, but that's, I think, mostly fine. The problem is that we have all this weird shape behavior happening. That I would like to make look more natural, less like weird. Whoa, we're all topsy-turvy. I think that starts by bringing this back. I think honestly, like, these just need to go back as well. Kind of like round out the thigh. I'm wondering if we just merge. Kind of like simplify this back shape. Although it is still weird looking. The tail is so tiny now. I don't know what happened, but it's like somewhere in the process of attaching the legs, everything's like proportions have gotten so scuffed. I want like these to be rotated. Like I want this whole part of the shape to be rotated a bit. Like that, and then brought more like this. I'm trying to like correct the like the whole creature's center of mass, which presently doesn't exist. It's like he's so heavy here, he would be falling over. Also, his tail looks really weird and shrimpy now. Maybe that'll help balance him out from like a center of mass standpoint. And then I think also having arms will help too. It's just, I feel like the feet need to be more like here. And I don't know how to do that without kind of breaking a lot of what we have right now because it's very rigid on it. Let's cook for just a sec though. I don't even know what's going on with these verts. Oh my god, okay. These squams are out of control. Now I think it's mostly like the body needs to move back. Again, it's like a move back and then rotate. Bring this. What a fearsome predator. We're proving dinosaurs were birds. They do be birding it up, man. Beast of bird and. Nah, leave that be. Okay. Hide my camera. Don't need it. All right. Dinosaur is mostly there. I'm about to just give up on the body. I think there's not much we can do to assist in that. There's like things we can fix here and there. Like this looks a little weird. Try to round it out a bit more. This looks kind of weird. Like round this out a bit more. What is this even doing here? Does this need to exist? There's like a lot of polygons that don't need to exist. But I'm like, I don't want to just keep willy-nilly making things connect. Okay. Dino, your very shape. Bring this down. Maybe like extending his belly down a bit more would help feel like he's a little bit weightier. Maybe he's too tall is the problem. Look how scrunched he is over here. Two Risk of Rain songs B2B might be too many. Shrink him. How did this one not get selected? We removed 10 vertices just then. I don't know where they were, but goodbye. All right, let's make arms. Should we just attach them via a different shape, or should we try to extrude them and then attach them? Let's do this. Let's take this vert, take this vert. One, two, three, four, five, six. We have an opportunity to attach like a hexagon-shaped cylinder to this, but I think that's kind of overkill. Whoop! I accidentally just created another vert. Okay. Is this too low for an arm? I don't think it's low. I think it's perfect. This is our shape. Yup. This looks kind of like Charmander, which is great because Charmander's a dinosaur. Knife tool. Scary knife tool. Put it from here to here, but then also here. Boom. I'll fix the positioning of these in a moment. Whoop. Put you like here. Whoops. Now, take all these faces first. Scale them on the Y. Straighten those hands out. Put them up. You don't want to give a loop cut to the whole side? Is knife K? Is that the shortcut? It is. You know things? I feel like generally speaking, things are dire when you bust out the knife. Okay. Hello. What you doing? How you doing? Look at this monstrosity.
Oh, he's cute. Hi, chat. Mwah. Hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
He's cute. I came to show chat my tattoo.
Oh, you're gonna show them the tattoo?
Chat.
Check out Mox's
I got
tattoo.
a tattoo. Wait, I need to. You guys chat right where I go. Okay. Hi, Bearded Joe. We're in here proving dinos were birds. Okay, so you guys have seen all this. So there's Chiro and No Face, and then if you look, I need you to scooch. So then Haku wraps around back there, around the moon that Kiki and Tombo are on, and he like wraps up around here. And a little paws. A little soot sprite. So these all need shading, the same way that these are shaded, but I'm very excited and I wanted to show chat. Thank you, Bearded Joe. Okay, I'm gonna go get the board games that I brought to our neighbors,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna come up and make this pasta.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
this looks good.
Thanks. This one was tough. This has been a tough shape to reproduce.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy. Okay. All right. We're going to get him some little claws. That's just like left arm now. Like a. You locked the cat in here. I don't think they're gonna hear me. This is overkill, man. I'm gonna undo all these like knives that we did. We can, I do think it's good to have a knife to bend the arm. Ugh, we have to dissolve them because it's too far back. I think we can get, we'll knife it so that we have, or we can loop cut this so that we can have a bend in the arm. We can draw the hands though. Bend the arm. Straighten the arm. I do think we scale it. Bring it up just a little bit. Okay. That's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the shape overall. I mean, it could be better. But I think what we're gonna do now, it's all one mesh too, which is crazy. That's not something I usually do. I'm gonna apply the mirror modifier right now though, at least for now. And I'm gonna take like all of these, merge them in so we have like a point to the tail. Oops. Skirt. How did you get moved very slightly? Oh, because we selected one too many. That's a good thing I noticed that. Ugh. There we go. Oh, I'm scaling on the Y. I'm like, why aren't you working? Scale it on the X. Bring this up. Give it like a natural point. Oh my god, you haven't seen. Sorry. I was just making the tail less awkward. My bad. Okay. Looking pretty good, shape-wise. It's not great, but you know, we do what we can. Am I still mirroring? I'm mirroring on the X. Is that gonna move?
Did you tell Chad about Nori this morning?
Oh, I did not.
And her just yelling?
No, I forgot.
Also, did you see my cat trap?
No. Not yet. Okay. Dino has been modeled.
He's cute.
That was tough, dude. We're still like very far away from finishing. But, you know, I think what's going to be fun about this one is the color work, which unfortunately for us folks is not going to be today. We're going to do this at a different time. Rope, what's going on? How are you?
Hi, Rob.
I do need to save this. I just did all of that.
How did you get a snowflake? Hi, Tidge. Tidge, did you see my tattoo? Were you here when I was showing tattoo?
Dinosaur. Save the Blender file.
Tidge didn't get to see my tattoo. I'm so sorry I have to show it again for Tidge.
Okay, give me a second.
Donation thing for charity. Very cool. Okay, tattoo time.
Let me just
updates.
move.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good. So updates. Tira. Oh. Look, and you get your little guy. And then no face. And then, what else did I get? Oh, and then Haku. Wait, I can't do it backwards. So he starts there, and he wraps around. And he goes behind. And then he goes up. And he's like, he's wrapping around the moon. That Tombo and Kiki are. Yeah! Yay! So I've got to do another session. So back here is going to be Totoro.
You gotta speak up!
Okay, so back here is Totoro. And then the girls. And then all the little mini Totoros. And then Cat Bus is going to be right here on the shoulder. So then that's another section. And then another section. And then shading for everything. And then the last one is going to be color. So we're not going to do full color, but things like, where is he? Calcifer right here is going to get a little bit of like red. All of the stars that the sit sprites are holding are going to be different colors. The bucket from Ponyo is going to be green, so just little pops of color. I'm very excited. Thank you, DJ Dr. Steve. Thank you, Nicole Cannoli.
Folks, this is where we're going to be ending stream for the night. I will be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow is a Meadow Olympic training arc day. We're going to be working on the Meadow. We're going to be doing some game dev stuff for the Meadow. I'm excited about it.
Oh, wait, put me in the read.
And then,
Bye, chat.
yeah, that's basically it. Thursday, we're going to continue on with more just like random stuff like this. More 3D modeling, more... We might start tomorrow with texturing the dino because I want to finish that before we do anything else. But either way, Chef, what's going on? How are ya? Everybody, enjoy the rest of your evening. I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. Have a great time. Make sure you tell DJ Knuckles to I don't know, tell him I said hey. Because I'm going to go eat something. I'll be lurking in chat. Bye, everybody. Chaka-chaka-chaka.